everybody. It feels like a long time since I've seen you on live in this platform. I hope that you've been doing well. I don't think I've even seen you this year. So happy new year, everybody. Listen, I'm so excited that you've tuned in today for our Sister Circle Spotlight. So excited to share and connect with you all and to just be able to open up this new platform. So our Sister Circle is a new business that I am the founder of, and I'm so proud of it. The Lord put it on my heart to start something where we can just really bring women together, where we can honor each other, we can support each other. You guys may have seen, if you've been following me, a part of what I say is let's make support a habit. And I don't just say it, but I really want to live that out, whether it's your lip gloss line, whether it's your t-shirt line, whether it's your book, whatever your business is. I believe that we are better together. And so please join us as you're here. We'd love to know where you are, where you're tuning in from. Please hit the share button to share on your page. We have a phenomenal guest that's going to be joining us today, and she is the founder and she's the president of the Life is Rich Global. Is Andrea Scott. And so I just want to just invite you guys to just come on and have an open heart. She's going to tell us a little bit about her business and, just who she is. And so again, I'm hopeful that today, just as sisters and as women, that we can connect. And also, we want to be able to feature and spotlight you, whatever your business is. If you're interested in being a part of our Sister Circle Spotlight, we definitely want to know who you are. We want the world to know who you are. I believe there's so much great talent here in the city of Detroit and throughout. Hey, Jamil, one of our sisters, is tuning in from home. She has a phenomenal card business. She's a part of our Sister Circle, and we're going to be spotlighting her real soon. So stay tuned for that. And so again, you guys, we just want to be able to have this platform in a place where women can be celebrated, not just with word, but in action as well. And so I am excited to have my guest come on, Andrea Scott. She is phenomenal, and we're going to bring her on so that she can say hey to everybody. Hey, Andrea.
Hey, lovely. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm so excited to connect with you. It's a Monday night, and we've been talking about this, and we were backstage just praying and talking about how exciting it is to connect in God's timing. And so before we dive into it, I would love to just let you tell the people who you are, say what's on your heart, and then we'll get right into our sister connection, and then we'll let you go ahead and tell us about your business and what you have to offer.
Thank you so much. Well, first of all, let me just say this. I am totally excited, thrilled, and I count it all joy to be your very first spotlight person, right? And that I don't take that lightly at all, particularly with our story, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, and how we connected. But about me, I am a God lover, and because I'm a God lover, I'm a people lover. I am a wife. I share my kids with my husband, who he brought two beautiful children into my life. And I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I love people, and I've always been that person that wanted to serve others. So that's pretty much who I am.
I love that you said that. We're gonna come back to that. Actually, let's talk about that a little bit before we get in about having a heart of an entrepreneur. We hear a lot of people say that, but then you followed it up so beautifully by saying, I love to serve. Mm-hmm. And I would love for you just to share about what that looks like and means, because no matter what business we're a part of, whether it's greeting cards like Sister Jamil has, or whether it's, a organizing business like Honeycomb Graves with Camille McMurray Smith, we all have to have a heart to serve. And that really is at the core and at the root entrepreneurship. So tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So entrepreneurship, quite honestly, is just solving problems for people. It's making people's lives easier. Think about it. Everything that we enjoy, that we purchased, whether it's a product or a service, it was to make our lives better in some kind of way. And the entrepreneur has a burden on them to really serve people and to help people's lives to become better, whether it's offering them a service, whether it's offering them a product that can be helpful. It is solving a problem for people and taking away that pain point and causing them to say, oh my gosh, this has made me so happy. And so, but it really is a calling. It's not everybody's thing. For me, I literally, when I was in corporate America, I was like, oh God, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill somebody. Lord, please save me. I mean, I just was so, even though I was very good and diligent, I rendered unto Caesar, Caesar's due, but I had this hodgepodge resume because I'd be gone in like 2-3 years because I just felt like, I was sitting in somebody else's seat. Like there was somebody who really wanted that job. And I was just there doing it because I truly believe that your job is what you get paid to do, but your work is what you get called to do. And I was
Definitely.
not doing my calling. I was doing a job. So that's
So
it.
tell us, how do you come to so you're going to tell us about your business and things, but how do you come to that place? Because so many times we hear that from people who have arrived at the place, and many times new business owners or business owners that are just starting, they have this vision, they have a glimpse, an inkling, or just a small light, and they're like, God, I believe there's something more, but I don't know how to get there. How do you get there? What would you tell the women out there who are saying, I know it's out there, but from where I am now, how do I get there?
That's so great because that's part of what we do. My husband and I, our company, The Life is Rich Global, we literally give people a plan, mentorship, and support. So if you could remember PMS, that's what we do. We give people PMS, a plan, mentorship, and support in being able to find their niche. If they have a goal, a desire to, whether it's to create a business or they already have a business, but they want to scale it, or they need to figure out how else can they add to, to their services that they provide for their customers. That's literally what we will help people to do. So, the first thing is knowing your gifts and talents and really what you're called to do, and what you can literally do for women who are just confused. They're like, well, you know what? I know I don't want to work a job for the rest of my life, but what can I do? Well, just take everything out of your head and start
Mm-hmm.
writing it down on papers. Write down all the things that you would do if time and money were not a problem, because a lot of times people think they're hindered because they don't have the time or they don't have the
Yeah.
money, they don't have the resources. But I will tell you that every woman with a cell phone and a social media account can start a business,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
business is people. If you have a contact list, you have people in your phone, you have folks on social media, most of them are not your friends anyway. Okay, let's just say that. All right. But if they know you enough to send you a friend request, it's like, hello. All right. How can I serve these people? And that's what it is. So your contact list now goes from just, somebody I just shoot the breeze with, to now, you know what? I have a gift and a talent that I could use to serve these people. And really that's the mindset.
You said something really powerful, Andrea. You said business is people.
Mhm.
And so many times I hear women say, well, I just don't want to bother anyone. I don't want to bother them, whether you're in direct sales or whether you have whatever it is, people will say, I don't want to bother people, or I'm not a salesperson. I believe that we're all essentially inspiring others to be able to partake in that which we believe in. And like you said, serving and being able to make others' lives easier, even if it's just a little bit, by offering a card or whatever your service may be. I would love for you to share about the connection of building relationships, because that is so important. And I think a lot of people feel frightened about telling people about their business because they don't want to feel like they're being pushy or imposing, or they don't want to feel like a burden or bothersome to people, particularly when it comes to follow-up, which I want to talk a little bit about. And that's how you and I landed here, is because of the power of follow-up. So let's talk a little about the connection and the importance of building with people. And then we'll get to that follow-up part, because that is also important.
Sure. So the first thing is, you can't be pushy if you're not pushy. Okay. People have this mindset about salesmen, like the car salesman or the guy that would come knock on your door and try to sell you a vacuum cleaner, back in the day or whatever, or that you have to stand there and scream at people or holler at people or stand there with signs. That's so not what it is. And again, if you think about, what do you have to offer people? If you think that you're going to bother a woman, I always like to think of it this way. What if I don't offer her what I have? Number
Mm,
one, she's going to get it from somebody else. Okay. But number two, what if the thing that I have to offer her is the thing that she had been praying for? And because I believe that for everyone that wants to be an entrepreneur, I remember in the career field that I said, you know what? Okay, Lord, if this is what you want me to do, there's going to be enough dirty faces for me to clean. You're going to have enough dirty faces for me to clean, enough people that want to look better and feel better. And that's the thing is that it's not about bothering people. It's about literally offering people something that they probably already want, need, and are already using. But if you have a way, it's what makes you stand out, what makes you different,
Mm-hmm.
and usually it's your heart. And so I don't want people to think about it as bothering people, because most people are already going to use it, or they might be looking for it. And what's the worst thing that could happen if
Yeah.
if you offer it to someone? They'll say yes or they'll say no. But if you don't offer it, it's 100% no. So you can't be pushy if you're not a pushy person. Now, if you are a pushy person, then you need, that's totally different. But it's all about the heart. It really is about the heart. And you said something so key. Relationships matter. Relationships
Mm-hmm.
matter. So yeah.
I love that. And I would like to encourage anyone out there who's listening right now or to the playback, no matter what your business is, whether it's in education, you're a speaker, you're an author, whatever your service is, I would like to encourage you to replace that thought of I don't want to bother people to who can I be a blessing to? Because what God is giving you is so unique that only you can deliver it quite like you. And Andrea, many times, especially if it's in any kind of setting at this point, we can think of people who have the same business. There's so many authors, there's so many of this, there's so many of that,
Right.
but there's only one you, there's only
Mm-hmm.
one me, there's only one unique person who has been assigned to do it quite like that. And being able to be comfortable in knowing that the audience that God has for me is the audience God has for me. So even when I started this sister circle, it's a networking group. I thought there's so many other networking groups out there. There's people were telling me like there's this one, and I was so excited to know there's still room. There's
There's
still room
always
for
room.
another one. There's room for your unique gifts and talents if it's what God is giving you. And so I just want to share a little about the follow up as well, no matter what your services are, because again, I think it falls in line with where a lot of businesses they fall out here where they don't want to follow up, whether it's return, not necessarily return the call, but to say, hey, I met you here, or I would love to connect with you, and you did that so beautifully. And so, many people don't know our story. I met you while we were doing direct sales, and you had a much higher position, and I was influenced and inspired by your position and the words of wisdom you shared. I don't know that you ever even knew my name. We may have passed and said hi just because, but we didn't it wasn't like, hey, Andrea, Danielle. And so when you reached out to me, it was because of whatever it was that you saw. And so I think sometimes people feel that if they don't have this certain level of notoriety or this platform, that they won't be noticed, that they won't get the position, or that they won't get the connections that God has for them. And whoever you are, whether you're listening now, today, or on a playback, I want you to know that's a trick of the enemy to make you feel like you won't be able to get or connect with what God has for you or who God has for you, because he will bring it together in his timing. And Andrew, I'm appreciative because you reached out to me. And of course I knew who you were. I'm like, Andrea, like, did she mean to reach out to me? Like, what did she want to tell me? And so, but there must have been something that you had noticed that, and you followed up. You didn't just say one time, and I was traveling, I was doing all this stuff, and you followed up, and I was like, okay, she's serious about her business. Follow up never says she's bothering. It's she's serious about what she's doing, and she believes in it. And she believes in it so much that I want to know about it. And so I would love for you to share a little about the importance of women being authentic to who they are, and the importance and power of the follow-up and the follow-through, because I believe someone really needs to hear that so they can make another call, and they can follow up with a customer that they told they would, and maybe just kind of slipped away from them. So please
I
share.
love that. I love that so much. So the first thing, Danielle, I want to talk about is authenticity. And that is so huge, because one of the things that is difficult for women is to be authentic, because we live in
Mm-hmm.
such a group think kind of culture.
Yeah.
And so we kind of morph into the people that we are around, or we shrink back so that we can give place to other people. Not that that's always
Mm-hmm.
bad, but when we can't find our own voice, then we're really not allowing God to use us to contribute and to add value to the circle that we're in. And so being authentic, also people don't want to be judged. People are more afraid of being judged than of failing.
Hmm.
People that when they start businesses, particularly women, are more afraid of, if I fail, what are they going to say? It's not, if I fail, what am I going to do? It's, what are
Yeah.
people going to say? What are they going to think? And so we sometimes we don't even go for things, and we don't try things. And so when we're authentic and we can say, you know what, I am who I am unapologetically, and
Yeah.
if I fail, so be it. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm going to get up and I'm going to try it again, because at the end of the day, your family's counting on you. Nobody else is going to write that check for you, right? So authenticity is huge. And I know that, that was something that I struggled with, in that, particularly in where I'm coming from, in the career that I'm coming from. It's like everything's so same, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes, I found myself even getting caught in that trap of doing things the same, and do uh, just being in that space of not really being my true self. And so that's huge. And I will tell you that when you find yourself and when you can be authentic, that is a place of true freedom. It is a
Mm-hmm.
place of true freedom. It's like, man, I'm
Amen.
going natural. Okay. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, because it's just freeing. It really, really
Mm-hmm.
is. And then let's talk about follow up. So, when I just made a decision to retire from my former career in January of 2020, and I realized that, I had so many people on social media that were really um, uh, following me because of this career, and my positions and my position and that type of thing. And I thought, one of the things about what I did was, if you weren't if you weren't part of what I was doing, I really didn't have any time to develop any other great
Mm-hmm.
connections with other amazing women just for GP. I'm part of a sorority, and I was like, I'll see y'all later when when I'm done with what I'm done with, because I just didn't have time. And now, when I retired, I was like, boy, I can really foster some new relationships. And so I literally went seeking people. So when I saw you post, you either posted or commented, you either made a comment or you made a like or something on something that I posted. I thought, she's really sharp. Let me see who she is. And I followed you. And I saw that, I think that you had a lot of friends in common with me. And I thought, well, let me take a look. And as I started looking at your profile, I thought, wow, she's a quality person. She's beautiful. She's spiritual. And I'm always thinking about alignment. The Bible says, can two walk together unless they are in agreement,
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the first thing I looked for. And I thought, man, she's a singer. I sing. And I started listening to your music. And I just thought, this is somebody that I would love to get to know. And you were an influencer and all of those things. And I'm always looking for collaboration. So how can I bless you, and how can you bless me, and how can we together bless the masses? So really, that was all it was.
Wow. And and for those of you who are listening and you're not, familiar with the former company that Andrea and I were part of, Andrea's a big, big, big deal. Like she's a big, big fat deal in that industry. And so, even I appreciate hearing those words, because sometimes we can see ourselves like, I'm just, just little old.
Grasshoppers in their own eyes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not until we begin, I posted just yesterday, it's not until we begin to see ourselves the way God sees us. And that's when we really love ourselves. And then we say, I can sit at the table with any person, no matter what their profession was or is not. I am a lover of people, and every person has value, and every person has a place in our lives. Now, sometimes we put people in the wrong place, and God will teach us as we're going through life in that. But He's so gracious in that He just is looking for heart connections, and
Mhm.
it doesn't matter what our professions are. And so I'm thankful for your kind words. Thank you for reaching out to me. I was so honored at the fact that you sought after me. And for those who are out there, just know that your customer base, your clientele, your following, they want what you have. I see Ashley Moss is on, and her voice, it is so beautiful. Ashley is also a singer, and she just had a live of her EPS, and her voice is like magnetic. And I met her on a ride down to Pennsylvania we were going to, and she's like infectious in her love. She's so kind and great. And we have Inez who's on here, and Cheryl and Cassandra, just these phenomenal women who I can see who have commented. So if y'all out there, y'all want to shout out, make sure you make some noise in the comment section so I can shout you out. But God is connecting people together who share like hearts and like minds. And so I am thankful for you. I'm thankful for our connection. Thank you for being a part of our sister circle, and looking forward to learning, growing, and just being fabulous together. And so we are going to yield the floor for a moment in time so that you can share with the people about your business. You guys, this is our sister spotlight, and we wanted to spotlight Andrea Scott for her business that she's doing, but also for who she is. And who she is excellent. And that's in every arena, every business, every partnership, and every sisterhood. She's going to bring her to that situation, which means that it's going to be better. And that's my prayer for all of you today, as well, as that you remember you are the blessing in the thing. And so when you get in it, it gets better. Whatever the service is, whatever the business is, whatever the project is, it's better because you're there. And so thank you for being here with us today. And I would love for you to share more about your services. And I will see you all in just a little bit.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So our company is called the Life is Rich Global Inc. And Life is Rich means living in fullness every day because I realize I am Christ's heir. That's rich, realizing that I'm Christ's heir. Our theme scripture is Matthew 6:33, and it's about seeking God and seeking his righteousness and seeking his face, knowing that he has already promised that all the things that we want will be added unto us. And really, it's all the things that really he desires for us. That's really what we ought to want, is what he desires for us. And so we teach people how to create real residual income that's willable, sellable, transferable, and creating assets that can be passed down to generations. But again, the thing that I shared with you guys earlier was that it's about giving people a plan, mentorship, and support, because a lot of people have ideas about what they want, but they don't have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, you don't have a business, you can't move forward, you're almost paralyzed. And then a lot of people have a plan, but they don't have mentorship. And mentorship is so key for somebody who's already been where you are, and they've already dug up the landmines, or maybe they know where all the landmines are. So they keep you from making very costly mistakes. And then the support. It's like, man, the support, whether, as an entrepreneur or whatever it is, support is there when you absolutely need it. When you have that support and you have somebody that you can call when you're feeling down or discouraged or whatever it is, then that's exactly what we do. And so imagine, you guys, creating a business that is something that you can pass down to your heirs that'll be paid continually. And so wealth creation is the thing that we desire. My husband wrote the book, Life is Rich, How to Create Lasting Wealth. And that's actually how we met. And we met outside of the gym in 2015. He was a total stranger. He flagged down my car and handed me a copy of his book. And we chatted it up a little bit. And then he said, here, read it. If you get any value from it, then you can pay me for it later. And if not, then we can meet up and you can give it back. And so 2 weeks later, I read the book, and I was like, man, this guy, the concepts, the financial concepts that he was talking about, and the financial principles, it was stuff that really no one was teaching. And even though I had a lot of success in the company that I was with, there were so many financial pieces of the puzzle that I just didn't know, and so, and had I known it, I would have made some different choices in some of the things in some of the things that I did. And so for instance, here's for instance, I want to share with you that as a partner with my husband, he's really the financial professional. But there are certain things, like when you think about somebody working 2 jobs to pay down bills, more than likely that person needs probably some help with creating a budget. That's kind of a plan. It's like, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm so exhausted. I have no time to do anything. Well, do you have a budget? is maybe that's something that you may want to put in place. And so if you're working two jobs, a strategy could be to should be or could be taking that other income to invest in or purchase an asset that's going to be able to pay you over and over again, and that there's an end game. There should be a plan or an end game. Always start with why. And these are some of the things that we do. We address the fact that 77 million baby boomers are retiring and facing a cash flow danger, and 66% of people will retire on less than $30,000 a year. And some people are not, again, planning for that. They're not planning for that. We also focus on closing the wealth gap, particularly among women, which is huge. It's a huge gap compared to men. And then it's a chasm when comparing women or men in Black and Brown communities to other communities. And so those are some of the things that we do when we are giving people a plan, mentorship, and support. So again, if you already have a business, you want to maybe add on to it, you want to grow it. That's in essence how we do what we do. Okay, absolutely. Getting out of debt, creating a business that will pay you over and over again. So for me, I also mentor women. And God is so good because I started a mentorship group um, probably about a year ago, maybe 8 months. Listen, after COVID, time goes by so quickly that literally it just is hard to, we lost like a whole year almost, so I can't hardly tell. But I love women. I believe that women are amazing people. Okay. You know, when God created woman, he said, it's very good. Okay. And he also said to the man, if you find a wife, you find a good thing and you find favor. Okay. You get favor from the Lord. And so, so I host a woman, I host the ladies room in the Clubhouse on Monday mornings, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we cover all types of topics that affect women today in every area of their lives, in their spiritual life, their mental life, their emotional life, their physical life, their relationships, then their financial life, all of that. We have some amazing speakers and moderators. And I love it because it's a safe place for women to come, even though it seems like it's open, it's growing. But you know what? It's not even about, does it get huge? Do we have 100 people in there? It's about the women that are there who are getting help. And it's a safe place where we can be real with each other and really be vulnerable. We also have, for those who are not part of the, if you don't have the Clubhouse because you don't have an iPhone, we have a conference call line that you can dial into direct. And so I can definitely give you some information on how you can be a part of the Clubhouse. Just go to the Clubhouse and follow me, Andrea C. Scott, or find me. And then you can follow us on Monday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll also be able to post here the conference call number for those of you guys who, again, don't have iPhone. And so this morning, we had an amazing talk about love without judgment, love without judgment. And we tackled that. We had some amazing women, pastors, preachers, teachers, just everything. It was just really such a great time. And folks were real. And here's the thing, is just really being able to look at ourselves and saying, you know what, I'm on this growth path as well. I'm on this growth path as well. And so back to the business, we have several arms of our business that we share. And one of the arms is our health and wellness focus. We focus on helping people to be healthy and giving them a plan to have healthy, safe, healthy homes on a budget. We also have a financial plan that we have, that my husband, that's again his wheelhouse. Okay, so that's something that we are able to give. So and then also being able to share. I'm praying really on doing some relationship coaching. My husband and I have a very unique relationship. God has truly blessed us, And I believe that one of our hearts is to be able to be a blessing to couples. And so my mother is a cancer survivor. And this is why our health and wellness arm, the arm of our business, is so important, and how we and what we recommend to people. My mom is a breast cancer survivor. My dad passed away 5 years from cancer. My sister died last year, the day after my birthday, on November 1st, 2020, of cancer. My husband's grandmother at 92 was diagnosed with, at 91 was diagnosed with cancer and died at 92. And so that's real for me. And so what we do is we really just give help people with some proactive steps that they can take in order to be on the front end of taking care of their health, versus being proactive versus being reactive. Now, I am not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, and I'm not a dietitian. Let me say that right now. But what I am is I'm an informed consumer who's taken it upon herself. I've taken it upon myself to prioritize and research all the things pertaining to my health, because I understand that as an entrepreneur, I'm responsible for I am the business. I am the brand. And I truly believe entrepreneurs should be the healthiest people on earth. And so we teach those little steps. And so honestly, that's really what we do. And we are able to be reached to, if you want a consultation. And again, I'll be able to give you guys that information a little bit later. But if you are someone who is out there and you just feel like you just need a plan, like, that you're gifted, that you are looking for a business, that maybe what you're doing is not really what you want to do for the rest of your life. Maybe you're coming up to retirement and you're feeling kind of shaky looking at what it is that you have. One of the things that my husband says is that he says that oh my gosh, it's leaving me. Oh, that everybody can retire. Retirement is not a big deal. Everybody can retire, but it's, can you retire well? Can you retire and still do the things that you want to do? And that's the big question. And so if you want to reach me, you can absolutely reach me on my Linktree address, which is www.linktree, linktr.ee, and that's / Andrea C. Scott. All right. So Linktree / Andrea C. Scott. All right. And so that is it, Danielle.
I'm right
Danielle,
here.
that's it. Yes. Did I say Andrea C. Scott? What did I say?
You did.
Oh, okay. Oh,
If
guys,
you
let me just share this one thing. You can also go to my web address, www.andreacscott.com. That's probably easier. andreacscott.com. All right. Thank you. That's it.
All right, Andrea, if you post it in our private chat, then my team will post it so they can see it. So if you want to take a
Absolutely.
minute, I just want to say thank you for sharing your services and your heart. It's so fun to see how passion will follow into everything we do. And, I can just feel and hear the passion that you have for serving people. And so, it looks like your husband, he has posted it.
Did he do it? Okay. Because I
Yeah,
think I'm
he's
like, are
got
my
you covered.
fingers showing?
He's got you
Okay.
covered.
Good. Okay.
Hello,
Awesome.
Mrs. Scott. He's on here. And so
Awesome.
thank you for just for sharing your passion with the world and for continuously wanting to serve. With being in business, sometimes it can become challenging and even sometimes cumbersome, and we don't always see the rewards. But when we know that the rewards are internal and we get to share them with others, it really is such a blessing. And so I just want to say thank you again for coming. Thank you for being our very, very first spotlight guest for our Sister Circle. And if you're out there, ladies and gentlemen that are on there, if you have businesses, please type in your websites. I see some of you ladies must definitely know Miss Andrea, because you must follow her. I see all the love that's coming from Frida and all the love coming from your people. And your people, I want to be my people. I want us to be people. And so you
Yay.
guys, if you have a business, please take a moment to share it in the comment section. Even if you're listening and watching a replay, put your business in there. We want to connect with you. This is what we do. We want to be able to know what you have. We want to sow and we want to support and we want to see it grow and we want to be a part of that. And so I'm going to just give you guys a few seconds. We don't want to close it off just yet. If you all have any questions, please feel free to put your questions into the comment section so that Andrea can answer those or I can. So we have Inez, super excited. Inez is one of my good girlfriends. You guys talk about phenomenal connections. I met Inez in 2012 in an elevator. Like that's where we met, in an elevator, all because of some bad hair. I met a whole group of girlfriends. And so Inez is one of those. Jamil's on here. She has a business, greeting cards. I mean, everyone needs a card. You guys, let's never get away from handwritten cards. They're so special. Right now with loss being at an all-time high, and even with encouraging cards, definitely want to connect with her. And also we have Lisa. Oh, I love to see all this. So yes, y'all, please keep sharing. This is making me so excited. Lisa Day has a business here. Deborah, do you have a business? She said she love you. They support you. Andrea, you guys, the love fills me up. Like just seeing love for one another. So many times we see people bashing others, but I want us to make a big fat deal about celebrating others and the goodness of the Lord and what he's doing in our lives. And to know that if he'll do it in yours, if he can give you a husband through a random connection, listen, sis, he might have one for me. Come on, Jesus. He's got one for me too, Jamil. He's got us covered, sis. It won't be long. We won't have to fight for long. And so these are phenomenal. I know I gotta have fun with that. But super excited though about all the love that's happening. And so again, you guys, if you have a business and you want to be a part of our Secret Circle Spotlight, we're already filling up. There's only 12 months. And so we already have our next 4 planned out, but we have room for you. We want to love on you. We want to support you. We want to know that your efforts and your labor is not in vain. And so I am just going to give you guys a few more minutes to put your information in the comment section because I love seeing it. It fills up my love tank. And I think someone said they like my name. Thank you. My mom spelled it cute. And so, yes. So again, please stay connected. oursquarecircle.net is where you can find out more about being a member, where we really are making support a habit. And that is our commitment. We are going to be doing some great trainings and resources that are provided, virtual and in-person networking, you guys. And so it's just going to be a really fun time. I'm excited about the women that we're going to get to link up with and connect with. And so thank you again for all those that are already members. It is such a small membership fee just for some of the housekeeping, but I love you guys so much. And you can follow me at Danielle Marie on all social media platforms, on YouTube, and you can check out my book and my music, any of those products, those projects. Super excited. I'm a girl who loves God, who's gotten to do some pretty dope things. And so thank you all so much for sharing in this space and time with us. And Andrea, I think we had a cool picture of all the fun things. We can pop that up. These are all the cool things that I've gotten to do in just since 2019. So really, you guys, God is so good. He gave me a vision, and now I'm getting to see the vision come to pass. And so super excited about the amazing things that God will do. And it's already in you. For you. What God has put in you, it's already in you. And it's time to release it to the world, because the world is waiting on what you have to offer. So thank you so much, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, family. I love y'all. Thank you for being here.
Yes.